even know that that's true when we don't have any idea of what her policies will be?
Well, we have a good idea because she's part of the Biden
Well, she's failed on the one she has, so I should rephrase that. We don't know what working policies she has. We already know what she's done, and it's failed.
Well, we could easily say the same about Donald Trump. He's been ambiguous on many policies, but Kamala Harris has a record. The Biden administration.
Have you been to Trump's website? I mean, just to compare there,
things done.
Kamala Harris doesn't have an issues tab. She doesn't even have like generous talking points, which a lot of candidates do, to tell us what she's about.
Like we've said, 23 days into the campaign, putting that organization together, and it's been momentum at the back of the Kamala Harris team. We've seen her surge in the polls, and we have excitement. As an enthusiastic Democrat, it's like a kid looking forward to Christmas.
Do you think an interview would turn that around?
We've got the VP pick. We've got the DNC convention. And now I think this is a strategic choice to say, hey, look, everyone can look forward to an no holds bar press conference, if you will.
You said it. It's a strategic choice, and it also prevents her from making too many mistakes on camera because everything else we know is scripted. All right, we're going to move to Gianno.
We see it in the polls.
Well, David, sometimes I wonder, do you get your talking points from the Daily Onion? Because it is hilarious. Donald Trump hasn't had any proposals, policies out there. We've seen effective policies by Donald Trump for 4 years. Now, we can't talk about what Kamala Harris and Joe Biden has done. And thanks to the press secretary, we know that there's no daylight between them from a policy standpoint. So when they came in within the first 100 days, dismantled over 94 policies that secured the border. These were Trump policies that secured the border. We know there's no daylight between them. When we know that New York City, as an example,
we're talking about
over
$12
billion projected to be spent. I'm sorry, David, I'm speaking. I can't hear you, but I'll tell you, we know that it's projected in New York City that there's going to be $12 billion spent on migrants from 2024 to 2025. That's an issue. We know that inflation is a major issue. There's so many issues that we can talk about that are going in the wrong direction for Americans, and there's no daylight between Kamala Harris and Joe Biden. It's a failure that they share together. And the fact that she has an approach, I believe, of running out the clock, allowing the media to do her bidding for her, this is a problematic scenario for anyone who's running for president of the United States, especially when we got less than 90 days to go for this election. It's a disappointment for the American people, but this is what I think many folks who are watching this network has come to expect from Kamala Harris. It's been a disappointment.
It's clear when Trump was in office 4 years ago, our economy was in a tailspin. COVID was out of control. It took the Biden-Harris administration to reel that in. We now have the strongest economy.
I have one strong memory of how COVID was handled. Just one example of how COVID was handled under Donald Trump. Joe Biden tried to take credit for creating the vaccine, and then the video showed that he actually got it before he was in office. Now, maybe that was the beginning of something else we've seen with him in terms of his memory. But that is a strong memory for the rest of us. Gentlemen, thank you. So good to see you both.
Thank you.
Great debate. Vice President Kamala Harris and her running mate, Tim Walz, are raking in cash from liberal elites at glitzy fundraisers. However, the Democrats may want to back off their celebrities. They want to make sure the convention, they're saying, looks like it's all about the working class. Plus, Harris and former President Trump making what seems to be